Welcome back, history buffs. Back in time here. Today, I will bring you back to the early 20th century when the US experienced its own version of a national panic attack. Just like how trending hashtags today can fuel drama and controversy. Imagine if the hottest topic wasn't the latest TikTok dance, or if your favorite celebrities were suddenly accused of being secret communists. Sounds wild, right? That's exactly what happened during Red Scare. The Red Scare was when people were seriously losing their minds, thinking that communism or socialism might suddenly take over the US, even though America wasn't a communist country. The first Red Scare kicked off at the end of World War I and was closely connected to the Russian Revolution in 1917, when Vladimir Lenin and his Bolsheviks, a radical socialist faction, overthrew the Romanov dynasty and set up a communist government known as the Soviet Union that changed Russian society and politics overnight. Back in the US, this caused a panic. The revolution triggered a wave of labor strikes and anarchist bombings targeting high-profile figures and institutions. The fear? These attacks were part of a Bolshevik plot to spread communism to America. The first Red Scare climaxed in 1919 and 1920 when Attorney General A. Mitchell Palmer took action with the Palmer Raids, which were intense crackdowns aimed at catching suspected radicals and communists. Think of it as a massive manhunt with mass arrests, deportations, and shutdowns. The media went wild, making communism way out of proportion, like an urgent danger to American values. The raids didn't turn up the big Bolshevik conspiracy Palmer had warned about. Things got worse when Palmer's prediction of a massive revolution on May Day 1920 didn't happen, and people started doubting the hype. But this was not the end. The powerful fear of communism permeated the US once again in the late 1940s through the 1950s, which took place after World War II, right when the Cold War was getting started. They were known as the Second Red Scare or McCarthyism. You've got the United States over here and the Soviet Union over there, and both sides were eyeing with suspicion. Flashback to 1948 when the Soviets had just installed communist governments across Eastern Europe like Poland, Czechoslovakia, and Hungary. Things got even more intense in 1949 when the Chinese Communist Party, led by Mao Zedong, took over China. Top it off, the Soviet Union detonated its first atomic bomb. The Cold War had just hit its boss level. Year after, in 1950, Senator Joseph McCarthy started making big claims. He said that communists had secretly taken over the US government and even said he had a list of these spices. He pushed for investigations into the State Department and the CIA, sparking a huge wave of fear and suspicion. After being re-elected in 1952, McCarthy used his power to make even more sensational claims, leading to many people losing their jobs, including government workers, teachers, and media professionals. All the drama came with a price. McCarthy's reign of terror didn't last forever. By 1954, his influence started to crumble. He faced censure, lost his political power, dealt with personal issues, and eventually died at a relatively young age in 1957.